Welcome to Everlasting Talk. Hello, welcome to Everlasting Talk. I'm your host, Ever, and today in the Biography to talk about Emiliano Zapata. Before we get started, make sure to like all my social media on Instagram, X, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Blogger, Kick, Twitch. Get your merch on spring. Thank you guys so much. Let's get started. Emiliano Zapata was a charismatic revolutionary leader and advocate for agrarian rights in Mexico. Zapata left an indelible mark on Mexican history, fighting for the rights of peasants and indigenous communities. Born on August 8th, 1879, in Alzomelco, Morelos, Mexico, raised in a small farming community, he experienced firsthand the struggles of peasants in the face of land disposition and exploitation. His upbringing instilled a profound respect for the traditions and rights of indigenous communities, as he was indigenous himself. So he saw that the injustices by large landowners and foreign interests at a very young age. Having discontent with Porfirio Diaz during the Mexican Revolution in 1910, he became the leader of the agrarian movement in Morelos, the Zapatistas, who are still around today, who demanded land reform and justice for peasants. He would eventually release a manifesto called the Plan de Alaya in 1911 that outlined Zapatistas' demands for land redistribution and political change. Eventually, they engaged in guerrilla warfare against the Mexican government, trying to, against Porfirio Diaz. So they would do skirmishes, obviously in the south with Pancho Villa, and his forces doing skirmishes in the north, like wars and battles and stuff like that. Despite achieving many victories, Zapata's vision faced many challenges. His removal or refusal to compromise, outlined in the Plan de Alaya, his manifesto that he wrote, led to conflict with other revolutionary leaders. And that conflict, people would not like him. They would try to overthrow him. They would try to get rid of him. But eventually, on April 10th, 1919, Zapata was ambushed and killed in Chinameca, Morelos. His assassination ended a revolutionary era. Zapata's legacy endured as a symbol of resistance and fight for the rights of the opposed, of the oppressed. They did show there is a picture out there of Zapata's body. They wanted to prove it's actually him, not like a body double. So they did like a photo shoot with his body. It was kind of like how they did Che Guevara, just to make sure. And just like that is just like Che Guevara. Obviously, Zapata was first. Like Che Guevara, Zapata's image and slogans such as Tierra y Libertad, which means land and liberty, remain iconic symbols of resistance. Also, his face, how they do with Che Guevara with his face on shirts, and the same thing with Zapata. Um, and like I said, there's still the Zapatistas going on today. They're the ones in Chiapas who are fighting for indigenous rights. I think they had the major conflict in 1991 where they were trying to, declare independence for the state of Chiapas from an independent to an independent country. But obviously, it's still going on today. It's not as strong as it was. But so it became, like I said, like a symbol of resistance. And why should you care? Studying Emiliano Zapata provides valuable insights into the complexities of revolutionary movements and the ongoing struggles for social justice. There's so much social justice issues going on nowadays. Obviously, you guys, that's between you and you. His commitments to the rights of peasants and indigenous communities serves an inspiration that those fighting against oppression worldwide. So always fight for indigenous and peasants to make sure they're equal. Like I said, the Zapatistas, the EZLN, are still around today. They're still doing many movements for Zapata. Obviously, Zapata, he's like he's always like it was in photos and videos with Pancho Villa. Unfortunately, Pancho Villa met the same faith. I did an earlier biography on him. You guys should check that out. I love to you guys to see that, so you kind of know that they work together. Obviously, they had conflicts with themselves, but you know definitely something you guys should look into. And he went by many names actually. Um, There's his nicknames were El Tigre del Sur, El Tigre, El Tigrillo, El Caldillo del Sur, El Altela del Sur, Champ. Okay, this is in Nawa. It's Calpulque, which is leader or chief. Um, so there's a lot of he had a lot of nicknames, very popular. Obviously, like I'm Mexican American, so obviously I looked into his life and definitely, definitely it's definitely inspirational. Obviously, I was my parents are from Durango, Mexico, so we're like Pancho Villa was kind of the guy that was up there. Obviously, Pancho Villa was born in Durango. Zapata was born in Morelos, so it's two different people, but they both had the same mindset to to help Mexico become in a better place. I know a lot of people say they're not, but they're way better off than they were, especially after the Mexican Revolution. But here's some sources you guys should check out. Um, there's a there's a book called Zapata and the Mexican Revolution by John Womack Jr. There's a movie called Viva Zapata from 1952 that starred Marlon Brando. Controversial because he's not Latino or Mexican himself. So it's if you look at it now, obviously at the time they didn't care, but now it's kind of like you have a Caucasian male play a Mexican man. But you can watch that. It's a good movie. You can also check out a documentary called The Life and Times of Pancho Villa. Obviously, Pancho Villa and Zapata are connected in many ways. So, obviously they both started from different parts of the country, but they both had the same mindset to help Mexico become better and overthrow the Mexican government under Porfirio Diaz. So definitely check that out. Also, there's I think it's a book called The Plan de Alaya and the Mexican Revolution by Stuart Elseling. That's another one you could check out. And also there's a movie called Emiliano Zapata from 1970 that has singer and songwriter Antonio Aguilar. Antonio Aguilar is one of the most famous Mexican singers of all time. If you guys don't know, he sung many songs like Puño de Tierra. He's inspired definitely a lot by other Mexican singers like Jose Alfredo Jimenez and other ones. But that's a different time. I might do a biography on it. That'd be pretty sweet, right? Do some different music and stuff, different artists. I'll probably do like some other artists in the future. But we're not talking about Zapata. Yeah, I mean, you guys should definitely check them out. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff. That you guys could look into. Like I said, those books and those documentaries and those movies, and you could definitely see that he tried to make everything better for the peasants and indigenous communities. Like I said, he was indigenous himself, so he's definitely one of those people you guys should look into if you want to just study someone who really was for agrarian rights. That's how you say it, right? Agrarian rights. And yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Thank you guys so much. On the next episode, we're gonna talk about Herning Goring. Um, so yeah, well, before I go, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Go on my link tree, or you can also go on my Instagram, X, right there on YouTube, podcasts on Spotify and everything like that, and also Kick, Twitch, Blogger, Spring. Get your merch. I would love for you guys to get merch. That'd be awesome. But yeah, guys, I thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Everlasting Talk. For more content, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Everlasting Talk. Thank you.